family mission versus, well, everything else.
It's not just a simple job anymore. Her own feelings are getting involved.
Not simple at all.
Welcome to the deep dive. If you appreciate getting right to the heart of interesting topics, well, that's what we do here.
That's the plan.
Today, we're jumping into The Art of Exile by Andrea Max. It's this really neat contemporary fantasy.
Yeah, it blends like light academia vibes with historical mystery. And some romance, too.
Right, and it's built around this hidden world, very intriguing, and some pretty complex choices characters have to make.
Definitely. And at the center, you've got Ada Castle. She's 17, part of a secret society.
Okay.
And what grabs you is her family's super accomplished, you know? But Ada, she feels like she's kind of struggling to find her place.
That sounds very relatable, actually, that teenage uncertainty.
Exactly. It grounds the fantasy element straight away.
So what's her big task then? You mentioned a secret society.
Well, her mission is pretty high stakes. She has to infiltrate the Genesis Institute.
A Genesis Institute? What's that?
Picture a hidden school, right? Dedicated to preserving lost arts and sciences from the Renaissance, but like way more advanced.
Okay, hidden school, lost knowledge. So Ada, who feels maybe a bit inadequate, gets this huge, crucial mission.
Precisely. And the Institute itself, Genesis, it's painted as this, well, almost utopian haven.
Utopian how?
Think advanced technology, incredible medical breakthroughs, even hints of mythical elements woven in. It sounds amazing.
It really does. Almost too good to be true.
Well, that's the kicker, isn't it? For all its wonders, Genesis keeps everything secret. Hoards it, you could say.
So this perfect place isn't sharing its potentially world-changing discoveries.
Exactly. And that raises a huge ethical point for us to think about, you know. Access to knowledge, to resources. What does that secrecy mean?
That's a massive ethical dilemma right there. And it must create serious problems for Ada.
Oh, absolutely. Her mission is basically corporate espionage, right?
Yeah.
Steal their innovations.
Right.
But the longer she's there, the more she sees the value in Genesis. She even starts discovering her own talents, fitting in.
And I think you mentioned a romance element.
Yeah, there's a potential connection forming with her mentor there. So her loyalty gets completely tangled. Family mission versus, well, everything else.
It's not just a simple job anymore. Her own feelings are getting involved.
Not simple at all. And then things get even more complicated.
How so?
Her friend disappears, vanishes from the Institute.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And to figure out what happened, Ada has to team up, reluctantly, with this classmate described as dangerous.
So suddenly there's suspense, mistrust. Her original mission is probably in jeopardy now.
Totally. Can she trust this classmate? Does this new goal, finding her friend, override the old one? It shifts everything.
And this really forces the central conflict into the open, doesn't it?
It really does. She's facing this just agonizing choice.
Family loyalty, the people she grew up with, their goals.
Versus protecting Genesis. This place where she's actually starting to feel like she belongs, where she's found her own worth.
It hits those core themes of hard identity, belonging. Where do you fit? Who are you loyal to?
And beyond that personal struggle, the book touches on bigger ideas. Morality, obviously. What's the right thing to do when all options seem kind of wrong?
Are there other layers too? You mentioned historical bits earlier.
Yeah, the author weaves in parallels or maybe echoes of things like the Spanish Inquisition. And there are influences from Jewish mysticism mentioned.
Interesting. So that adds depth.
It does. It gives a kind of historical resonance to the themes of like controlling knowledge, power, secrecy. Who gets to decide throughout history? It adds these subtle layers.
Okay, so wrapping this part up then. What we've got in The Art of Exile is this young woman, Ada.
Yeah, on a journey of self-discovery.
Right, within this incredibly complex, hidden world full of these moral gray areas.
And she's forced constantly to make these impossible choices about loyalty, about connection, about her own principles, really.
It sounds like a really compelling setup.
It is, and it leaves you thinking. Which actually brings up a final point, sort of a question for our listeners to mull over.
Okay, let's hear it.
Given this secrecy of Genesis, all their advancements kept hidden. When, if ever, is it justifiable to withhold knowledge or resources that could potentially benefit, the whole world?
That's a heavy question. When does protecting something potentially good cross the line into harmful hoarding?
Exactly. Something to think about.
Grab The Art of Exile by Andrea Max, now on sale for $14.95. Don't miss this chance to build good habit and achieve remarkable results. Buy now today.
Like and subscribe for more Bookhaven podcasts.